Okay, so Joe B with Blitz chess game. Let's see if we can share some of the knowledge about the bird opening here. It's really good for players who look and have their own unique system. Seriously, I have my own unique system against it, and this is it right here. It's like a classical Dutch almost, but with reverse colors. A4, Queen E1, Knight C6, and nice thing to do in this position is to make sure I have the bind on E5 square, which I do, and also make sure that I'm able to get E3 defended and also a nice attack going. And also E4 is a strategical thing in this opening to attain. There's a couple ways to prepare for E4. Actually, this is appropriate. It's not always the best move, but it's appropriate here. Coaxing the knights to jump forward. Either knight could jump forward to respective squares, and now my queen's helping at E4. If he jumped to there, then I'd play the same move because it's defending this. So here's my system. I don't know about A6. Maybe he's attempting to run me out on time. I don't see why anyone would play that, but okay. E4 break. The pawns are awesome, and E5 is definitely a threat, shutting off that bishop that E fianchettoed into the corner. And then the E4 square is great for my knight on D2, if appropriate. It's appropriate because I'm always looking at kingside attacks in this, and honestly, if his queen wasn't there, then I could play queen here and then knight out to G4 with some game indeed. Yeah. So if the D3 square wasn't so vulnerable, I'd be able to play C3 with a good game. But also, going to show you guys this rook lift, because if I use the G5 square, then that rook lifts becomes really, really nice. That was a good move by him, because now it shuts off my queen's access for now to the king side. Yet, if I am able to get my rook to the king side with the knight, then it's very, very nice. Another plan would be taking advantage of this post here instead of that, because if h6 can be played right away, it might not be that great. So this knight maneuver would also be a hot idea because then I can block the bishop's diagonal. It's a strong diagonal for him, I'll admit. So maybe knight d2 will be coming. Let's see. Yeah. Well, now it's not the best. Or is it? Actually, it's the best right here. And then someday, maybe I'll be playing c3 to stop allowing him to put a knight on d4. The geometry is really interesting in these games because I have more space, yet sometimes I have these bishops that are on the back rank, and the knight's blocking the bishop right now, so it's a cool type of position. Honestly, here, like I was talking about before, and yeah, I have the two bishops now. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Kingside attack. You might say, well, how are you gonna put another piece over there, Joe? You know, but I can always waylay the queen when necessary by playing knight to d6, and then the pawn gets in there. So that's kind of another sly thing in this opening. And that was a mistake by me. I know it's Blitz, but I left that pawn undefended. There might have been some kind of improvement this game, to be totally honest. Live and learn, though. Maybe actually playing rook f3 and then getting this rook to there and then getting that rook there would have been the best. But we are playing Blitz, and he didn't capitalize on that mistake just yet. I'm going to load my pieces up. On the king side, hitting g6. He's defending. That was a huge actually, it wasn't a mistake, but now my rook's hanging, because if he took, then I'd be able to take. But take here with the discover threat on the queen, and then eat it again. Yeah. So I'm glad that my knight on c4 is such a good position, and it's tying down that knight. One thing is, those rooks seem a little bit awkward. Yeah, I'm going to ask that guy what he's doing and tell him to get off of my f-pawn. So he's there, and now the only way to truly break through is to get this sacrifice in. So sacrifice the pawn on d6, like I was saying, for time. Go with the takes. And now threaten mate. Ding patterns on the back rank. If he doesn't play, like say he played like a nothing move like b5, then I could take. Then after he plays his king back up, I could play rook takes there, and that'd be mate. Real soon with rook h6. I only have 11 seconds here. Yeah. So he's blundering. He's attempting to run me out of time. I have 8 seconds. Come on, internet connection, stay true. Thank you, internet connection. I love you. I love you. Okay, exchanged. I'm threatening to win his queen, so he moves his queen. I can come up to h5 with my queen. If he doesn't, okay, he did. So if he doesn't, then I would have won the queen. So here we go. Yeah. Damn, he ran me out of time. It's a lucky one for him. Yeah, sometimes he wants a rematch. Yeah, whatever. Sometimes you get an advantage and it's difficult to see exactly how to convert it. Maybe that rook lift was a little bit specious and I could have played positionally. With something else. It's hard to say because honestly, it looks like a sweet way to activate that rook. I'm sure after losing that game, next time I'm gonna play knight here, knight here, and then I'm looking good on that post right there, and the c4 square is available, and b5 is also as well. And then it's a bit of a specific sequence to cover how to cover the d3 square, so this knight can't jump in, and then eventually be able to push that pawn, take the knight out of my camp. Gonna remember that game though, because that move knight d2 in this position after he's wasting a pawn move with e6 proved to be really good because I got good activity. Yeah, that knight jumping in is really good. That's the new man line for me as far as I'm concerned. And something I said before, instead of him jumping that knight in, if he jumped this one in, then we slide him back to defend this square from the knight, and then I can initiate a kingside attack with that. And e4, this push from here to here is also relevant in that position. Thanks for watching, Joe B.